Dirty Diana Ross. Dirty Diana Ross. Dirty Diana Ross. Thank you very much. And you, over there in the corner, I'll see you backstage. Until next time. Hello, this is Uncle Jim, and I'm doing this video on a whim because a 6-shooter Texan does a air rifle video every Sunday. And this morning he did one on a Diana pellet gun. That one has a gas tube or whatever. And he chronographed it, and I thought, you know what? I've never chronographed this gun, and it's a Diana, so that's what we're going to do today. So his videos are very enjoyable. I know nothing about air rifles at all. And as a matter of fact, okay, so the story is I bought this for my son when he was small. And we lived in the suburbs, so we needed something to shoot when we couldn't go to the range. And now that we're in the country, it doesn't matter, but that's what this was for. So I looked over all kinds of reviews and interviews on all kinds of reviews on all kinds of pellet guns, and picked out what I thought was the best bang for the buck. And so I'm calling it Dirty Diana because I just pulled this out of the closet, and the front of the scope was caked with dust. The whole thing was covered in dust. So she's Dirty Diana. And so this is the RWS Diana Panther Model 34, and then it says T05, and the T05 is probably the trigger. And I just went for the cheapest one. First of all, I thought, okay, this has to be way better than like going to Walmart or whatever, and it turned out it was. I watched a lot of reviews and testing on these, and I thought this was the best bang for the buck. I think I got it from a place called Pyramid or something. They do a lot of pellet guns. And I think it was like around $100. It was on sale. And then while I was at it, I was like, okay, they're throwing in deals if you buy it as a package. So I got the heavy duty scope mount, and then the RWS S300 scope. And I said, hell with it. Let's just do it as a package. It's easier. Boom, ship it to your house. And this was many years ago. It's probably not even broken in. I think you got to run like 800 rounds before you even break that spring in. It's a break open, so it's a one pump. It's got a really stiff spring. And it's got a funky safety. Every time you cock it, you got to remember to put the safety on fire. I think that's a safety thing for kids. Fiber optic sights, which are, you know, you don't have much length there. It's kind of like an AK. You don't really have a huge amount of length. I figured, hey, let's just get the scope while we're at it. The scope, believe it or not, has held up beautifully. And what's really weird about this, I think it's a 4-power scope, but it has an adjustable lens for your yardage, okay? Which is interesting, and it works. So we haven't shot this thing forever. So I think the T06 has a better trigger. This one has one adjustment under here. I don't know. It's fine with me, but I guess the T06 has a better trigger. So I looked it up real quick today because it was covered in dust. I blew it out with the air compressor and then gave it a few drops of oil where I think it should be. You got to go light on the oil, but I wanted to make sure the spring was oiled. Air guns are really, there's a lot to them. And I've never taken the stock off. I've never taken it apart, but it's got a lot of recoil and with the spring, and you want to keep up on your screws, make sure they're not loose, your scope mount, where it mounts to the receiver, all that stuff you got to worry about. I've done none of that. So today, after watching 6-Shooter Texans video, I'm going to chronograph it for the first time, and I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm hoping for the 600s feet per second, the high 600s. And whenever you buy, and again, I'm not an air rifle guy, but I do know they rate them at a certain feet per second, but they're always cheating and using a light pellet. So beware of that. One thing I do know for sure, this is made in Germany. It's got really nice bluing. And, this is not something you're going to buy at Walmart. Okay, it's way better made. I do know that. But that's about it. I'm not a connoisseur on this kind of thing. I just picked out what I thought was the best for my son. For the buck. And I think it was $100. I forget what the scope cost, but it was pretty cheap once it all ended up at my door. So let's do some chronograph on here and we'll see what happens. Now, what am I leaving out here? Oh, I went with the cheapest model I could find. Any Diana is going to be pretty darn good. And so I went synthetic stock instead of the wood. It was cheaper. And we're sprinkling today, so I'm kind of glad I got a synthetic stock. So there's that. All right. Okay, so one thing I didn't notice until today was once I blew her off, this is actually filed here in the steel. And that's an added touch you won't find on your cheapo pellet guns. I guess it's for glare, but they went all the way down here with that. I love the logo. Diana is holding a rifle up in her arm here, and then she's got a bow below, so she's got some engine blood, and that's kind of cool. And they got a pellet logo here. I don't know, I think it's really neat. Very nice bluing. It's a kind of a satin blue. I grab it out of the closet, and I'm like, oh my God, this thing is heavy. So I weighed it just now, and it's 9 pounds. So 9 pounds of all steel. Yeah, I was surprised when I picked it up. It's been a long time. So anyway, I'll do a chronograph, maybe shoot groups at close range, and then maybe we'll do a milk jug after, just for the fun of it. Okay, so today we're going to use the Premier Hollow Point. It says hunting pellet, but it doesn't say the weight on here, so I had to weigh them out. And this is what's impressive. Most of them are coming out 7.9, so we'll shoot those. There you go. And here are 8 grains, 7.9 and 7.8 grains. And that is impressive. These have been bouncing around in a moving truck. They're all beat up, but yet they are really consistent. I'm pretty impressed with that. That one's flickering. We'll put it in the 7.9 pile. So we'll chronograph with 7.9. Okay, I just had another idea. What if we, since these are called hunting pellets, why don't we shoot them in a milk jug at the end of this video? Just to see what happens. All right. Okay, so these are pretty simple. All you got to do is cock it like this. It's got a stiff spring. You got your breech face right here. And you just put your pellet in there. Make sure it's not backwards. All right. And you got to remember that stupid safety. So, well, it's on fire. Okay. and I hit the swinger with it. It's got quite this, it's got quite the spring noise in there, and I guess there's a lot of modifications you can do to quiet that spring, and then there's all kinds of stuff on these things. Detonation, if you over oil, fire can come out the front, all that good stuff. But it's pretty cool. So let's shoot it for groups. I did hit the swinger, so I don't know how it's sighted in for, but hey, we got that done. That's probably 65 yards where I was. So there you go. Okay, it's actually hailing on us right now when we want to shoot for groups. So we did the milk jug test first. It stopped in the first jug, believe it or not, the skinny jug. So put that, oh gosh, it's peeing on me. Gosh darn, oh, it's like a baby. All right, oh gosh. Are you kidding me? That's it? All right, I have
Looks like it mushroomed a
little. All right, there we go. One jug, one squirrel. All right. All right, so same weight, 7.9. All it did was smash. That's about it. 1.935-ish. 9.7 maybe. All right. Not only is it raining, I have horses in my backyard. What the hell is going on here? What's your brand? 2D? Huh? Hey boys, come here. Come on. I'm trying to do a video, but how you guys doing? 2D. Oh yeah. We got a blondie. Let me see if I can pat that ass. Oh yeah, they're good boys. Or girls, I don't know, I haven't looked yet. Should we? All right, this is a first for Uncle Jim. We might not finish this video. It's raining. I got big ass horses. Oh yeah. Hey bud, how you doing? Yeah, you can eat all the weeds you want around here. I gotta find out who you belong to. Huh? Hey bud. Yeah, it's a good boy. Look at this. Look at that proud freaking horse. Man, these horses are awesome. Hey, come visit anytime. All right, come visit anytime, buds. This is Uncle Jim's Wild Kingdom. What the hell?
There's two.
Yeah, guys, we're we did the water jug test, and we're trying to do this test on the target, and it's a cluster. But you know what? You can come weed eat anytime you want. All right, you're beautiful. Man, you're tall. He's taller than I am. Look at this. Man. You're at least 5'11". Yeah, it could be the neighbors. I don't know. What the heck? What do you got there? All right, kids. They're pretty cool though, aren't they, dear? I want to ride them. Where's my saddle? Where's my cowboy hat? 6-shooter Texan. It must be the curse of 6-shooter Texan. I got horses in my backyard. We're gonna have to continue this video later because there's too much going on. I got a target over there I need to do. All right, guys. Keep eating all the weeds you want. Yeah, I've been lazy this year. Yeah, chew them up. Go for it. Yeah. Blondie. Hey, Blondie. All right, kids. Hey, do you want to throw a hatchet with me? There's a... Yeah. No? I don't know. This is pretty cool, but I got to figure out who these belong to. That one's got a triangle. That's a different brand. I've never been branded. What about you guys? Oh well. Until next time. Yeah. All right, so here's the deal. It's still raining out really hard. We wanted to do a chronograph and target, but we had to call the sheriff neighbor and let him know if anyone's missing horses. And then he tells us he's getting 2 buffalo and he wants to ride the buffalo. How cool is that? And I told him, right now I'm wearing buffalo pants. All right? I love me some buffalo. I'd love to have buffalo. So that's going to be another video where he's riding buffalo. We're gonna have to do that. But anyway, it's nasty out, and we're gonna have to stop this video. I'm sorry, but hey, you go with it. Whatever happens in life, you just go with it. All right. So I'm really happy about having buffalo right down my driveway, and that's gonna be awesome. And that's America. Until next time, we're going to have to do this later. All right. Thanks for watching.